Could I just ask everybody to begin taking a seat, please? Right, well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 St Brendan's College Academic Awards Evening, a celebration of the touchstones in action. My name is Paul Horan. I'm the Deputy Principal of the College, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for the evening. So before we begin, could I ask you, as part of the preparation, to double-check that your mobile phone is switched off? Please note that the toilets are located for the males out this door to my right, for the female toilets also out this door to the right, but you have to walk outside the venue and back and around behind the curtaining there. But can I ask that you refrain from any unnecessary movement or exit and entry during the proceedings, as we wish to maintain an atmosphere of respect and quiet with the speeches, the performances, and also for the boys receiving their awards. There are a large number of people here tonight, but I would like to point out a couple of people who are in our official party. So, the 2019 College Vice Captains, Chase Domain Beale and Luke Selwood. The 2019 College Captain, Joseph O'Brien. 2018 Vice Captains, Steele Howard and Fletcher Kendall. 2018 College Captain, Billy Collins. Yeppoon RSL President, Mr Paul Lancaster. The Emergency Services Director, Mr Bob Jaycock. Our PNF President, Mrs Amanda Mather. Sacred Heart Assistant Principal, Mrs Deb Maguire. Principal St Benedict's College, Mr Tim Collins. Principal St Ursula's College, Mrs Catherine Dunbar. Livingston Shire Council Representative, Councillor Nigel Hutton. St Brendan's College Foundation Member, Mr Cameron Wright. Rockhampton CEO Representative, Mr Mike Kelso. Sacred Heart Parish Priest, Father Matthew. The Bishop's Representative, Father James. EREA Northern Director, Mr Peter Chapman. And St Brendan's College Principal, Mr Rob Corboy. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please acknowledge our official party? We certainly appreciate all the time that the members of the official party spend at the college and with us, and again, thank you for joining us this evening. For the welcome to country, I'd ask Caleb Young to come to the lectern.
Good morning. My name is Caleb Young, and I'm a descendant of the Durumble people, and I'm doing this welcome with the permission of my elders. I pay respect to the ancestors and spirits of this country, past and present. I would like to pay my respect to all elders gathered here today, Indigenous and non-Indigenous. I remember loved ones no longer with us in body, but know they're here with us in spirit. I ask my ancestors, spirits and elders of this country to watch over any visitors and to keep them safe on this country. Naya miamba inda dabago durumble wamana yamba nunti. Naya yigi inda binmi nungu binmi dala. On behalf of myself and the Durumble people, I welcome you all to traditional homelands and wish you all a wonderful day.
And I'd like to pay my respect to Caleb as a Durumble man and thank him for his acknowledgement and the welcome to country. I'd ask for our opening reflection and prayer, the Assistant Principal, Mr Shane Peers, to come to the stage.
Good evening. For tonight's reflection, I have asked some representatives from the St. Brendan's Music Department to play the song Let It Be, written by Paul McCartney in 1969. The genesis of this song was a dream that Paul had whilst consumed with doubt and despair. In this dream, his late mother, whose name was Mary, appeared to him and said calmly, "It's going to be okay, just let it be." As part of our Catholic tradition, we pray to Mary, Mother of Jesus. Finding comfort and solace in her presence, we are reminded that her faith enabled her to cast aside her doubts and fears and surrender herself to God. As Christians, we know that God's people have always endured trials and tribulation. In the book of Psalms, God speaks to his people and says, "Be still and know that I am God." Be still in Hebrew translates to let go, surrender. As humans, we are not immune to the trials and tribulations that lay ahead of us. However, we can be still, let go, and have faith in God. Please welcome the St. Brendan's Music Department.
Trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Let it be, let it be. Let it be.
And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be.
For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me.
Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
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 There will be an answer, let it be.
Let it be, let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Let it be, let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Whisper words of wisdom.
We conclude this reflection this evening with a short prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, the Holy Spirit. Lord, we thank you for your presence in our college life. Bless this awards evening as we gather to bring our year's work to completion. You have spoken to us through the events of the year, in the many discussions about Catholic schooling, in our shared plans, hopes and dreams, in our prayers, liturgies and celebrations on special occasions, and often enough in the words of our students. Continue to bless all of those who have been part of our St. Brendan's community for 2018. We ask this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. We conclude in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Shane, and thank you, boys, for that lovely rendition. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please welcome to the stage our college captain, Billy Collins. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself there, Billy. Sit back down. It's actually Father Matthew Maloney would like to address the auditorium. Father Matthew.
It's on behalf of Bishop Michael McCarthy that I extend his congratulations to all those who've excelled this evening and who will receive awards tonight. Well done for all that has been achieved for 2018. I was asked to say a few little words, and firstly I'd like to say to Mr. Corboy, well done for year one. You've done amazing things and brought with you a renewed enthusiasm with your leadership here in this great college. To you and your leadership group, thank you, and may 2018 be the first of many more successes to come. You've built upon the great tradition of the Christian Brothers, the charism of reaching out and caring for those in need. To the brothers who are here, Brother Grundy, to Brother Bill and Brother Kevin, thank you for your witness to us all. Please, can we send congratulations and thank you to them and their witness. To all the teaching and auxiliary staff, thank you for making this place a second home for many and a place of education for all. To the ongoing students, may you continue to discover within you the great gifts and talents which God has given each of you, and may you all continue to be inspired by the efforts shared that you do here and live here in this place. Well done to you all. To you, the parents who are here, and family members and parishioners who have a special place in your hearts for this place, and from faraway places, thank you for entrusting your children to the care of this fine college. Thank you for all that you do for your sons here before us, your grandsons, and for all at the college. Thank you for your sacrifice for your sons' and grandsons' education. To those who will leave us this year, congratulations on your achievements as you finish your school academic life. There are two little pieces of advice that I ask you to think about and if you can, to do. One is to say to your parents that you love them. Somehow our world, and sometimes as we grow up, we seem and find that difficult to do at times. It's not such a hard thing to do, to say that I love you, Mum, I love you, Dad. And secondly, and importantly also, I want you not to forget this place and what this place has given you, what your parents have given you, what your friends have given you during your time here. You need to remember this place and the people in it. It might be just one person from many years ago. It might be something that somebody says tonight. It might be something that a teacher has said to you, a friend, something that your parents said to you, something that a loved one has said to you, something that even you have learnt and said to yourself. Don't forget it. Don't forget them, and remember it. Remember it and cherish it. because you will need these threads of memory to hold you into the future, to lift you out of the depths of a failed relationship, a failed job, a failure at university, a failure of not being able to get what you first attempt to, for whatever the reason, because you will fail. In fact, I hope that you do fail at times, because without failure, we don't learn. And because it will be remembering those foundations of what you have learnt and become here at this college. It's those things which you will remember and fall back on to lift you out of that and to lift you above that failure, to lift you out of despair, to give you the courage to get up again, to give you the hope and faith that it is not the end, but a new start, a new beginning, and a new day. Remember and cherish what you have been given, and may you achieve all that you set out to. Not the first time, not the first go, but after perhaps the 10th knockback on the resubmission of the assignment, in the new relationship, in the new friends that you will make. Because one of the learnings that you will learn eventually is that life will not give you everything all at once. There will be times of failure, but you will remember the good people that have loved you, the good people of this place and the college, the things that you've learned from here. Be patient, have courage, have faith, live in hope, and it will come. Congratulations again, and may God's blessings continue to be with you all.
Thank you, Father Matthew. I'm going to rectify my failure from about 5 minutes ago when I didn't read my running sheet correctly, and I'd now like to call Billy Collins to the lectern to present the student report for 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please make Billy welcome?
Tonight, we come together as a community to celebrate and commend those who have achieved this year in the areas of academia, culture and community service. Good evening, distinguished guest, Mr. Corboy, staff and students, and welcome to the annual 2018 Awards Night. I am Billy Collins, your college captain for 2018, and what a year it's been, from marching down the main street in purple supporting the fight against domestic violence to some not so good singing by the house choirs at Showcase. The year began with a bang as the family of St Brendan's College began their year with the crowning of a new leader. As Mr Corboy took his place in the principal's office, the gates of St Brendan's were declared open for another year. At the commencement of 2018, the boys for some reason were more excited than usual. And of course, a new home to the grass-fed Angus beef pie did not disappoint, as the new tuck shop, cafe, gym and hall was freshly refurbished and ready for use. Before long, we reached week 5 and the 2018 Senior Commitment Mass was upon us, where new traditions were created and old were reinstated. As the seniors of 2018 vowed their oath to lead the school, our new captains and prefects began their leadership journey alongside the cohort of the 2018 class. When the clock struck 10, the freshly ironed formals were quickly swapped for swimming attire, with the Year 12 sporting their smashing new SBC swimming togs. The students battled it out, stroke for stroke, in the SBC pool. All houses fought well, but there could only be one winner. In what has unfortunately become a familiar occurrence, Dewey took out the trophy. Keeping in the spirits of sporting events, next up was the annual cross country. A great day of atmosphere, encouragement and camaraderie. Changing things up, the mighty Getting Gladiators climbed from the bottom of the ladder to the top, taking out first place. At the sound of the trumpet, we were called upon by the community to remember the men who fought for our freedom, the Anzacs. As the well-rehearsed college band led the march down James Street, a sea of green and white filled the streets of Yeppoon, as the Brendans men bowed their heads and paid their respects to the fallen soldiers and those who have served our nation. The year progressed and the annual Athletics Carnival did not disappoint. With a day packed full of competition, the tug-of-war was once again a favourite event, with a new category introduced: teachers versus seniors. The seniors took the first win, holding all bragging rights. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, this did not go to the final point score, as Hayes House took their first ever athletics win in over 10 years, making the overall race for house champion a tight one at this point of the year. Our true school spirit was put on display for the community as Rob Caslick led the march along the beachside, all dressed in purple, to spread the message that domestic and family violence is not okay. Not now, not ever. The winter months hit with a chill in the air as the June-July holidays began. We saw our first 13 travel to Charters Towers to compete in the annual Confraternity Shield. The boys fought hard, but it wasn't enough to take home the main trophy. With a roller coaster of outcomes, the boys did us proud, bringing home the Bob Linder Trophy, placing 9th out of 50 schools attending. At the beginning of Term 3, Sacred Heart, St Benedict's and St Ursula's all made their way to St Brendan's Sports Hall to celebrate Catholic Education Week. Joined by Bishop Michael and Father Matthew, our basketball court was transformed into a sacred area for this important event. In a scene not unlike the feeding of the 5,000, all of the students from the 4 Catholic schools chowed down lunch on a good old SBC hot dog and popper. As we sipped on the poppers, the rivalry began between the senior SBC PE class and the St Ursula's first netball team. Chants were loud and competition was fierce. Unfortunately for the boys, the girls took the win for the 3rd year in a row. With a change of outfits, the country-grown boys jumped into a more familiar get-up, slapping on their hats, tightening the ropes and adjusting that cowboy belt buckle for an action-packed night at the college rodeo. Whilst there was no competition to match our Brendan's boys, the real entertainment began when the teaching staff took on the old boys in the team steer riding challenge. Head of PE, Mr. Peter Reddy, was a clear favourite in the competition. Unfortunately, Mr. Pears, his teammate and AP identity, must have thought quickest off wins, hanging on for barely a nanosecond to the cheers of the crowd. In mid-August, Mr. Ingram, Mr. Owens, Mr. Catafides, Mr. Walker and Mr. Pears headed down the Bruce Highway with a troop of 81 students en route to Villanova College for the annual Queensland Catholic Schools Music Festival. Our talented musicians came away with 11 medals, including 6 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze. In addition, the boys earned much-deserved acclamation and respect from numerous spectators along the way. At the conclusion of Term 3, the whole school assembled at Brown Park to cheer on and support our soldiers in combat at the Rugby League R&D Grand Finals. With 8 teams playing in the Grand Final, the 10As, the 10Bs and the 7Bs all took the win. The crowd was roaring, voices were being lost to the lead-up to the big game. The first 13 Grand Final against arch-rivals Rockhampton Grammar was set to be a big one. The contestants did not disappoint. Being a close game for the full 50 minutes, Grammar ended up taking the win in overtime at 30 points to 28. Term 4 came around quicker than expected, the annual showcase, a night where the clear theme of get in and have a go was ever present. Our talented music students got a chance to perform in front of the college community and were enthusiastically acclaimed by their respective houses as they occurred points. Talent then gave way to spirit and enthusiasm as Tynan, Dewig, Hayes and Geddens battled it out for the House Choir Trophy. Hayes House did an admirable job, performing Tina Turner's hit song, Simply the Best. However, it was the mighty Geddens House's sparkling rendition of the Backstreet Boys' hit, I Want It That Way, that proved to be the winner. As Andre took centre stage in the Gettins House Choir, Tynans, Hayes and Dewey knew they had no chance. The Gladiators taking their second win for the year in the choir event. However, the boys in gold could not be beaten as they took home the overall win for 2018. At St Brendan's College, the opportunities are too numerous to mention. With the 2018 year coming to an end, the diverse culture and pure talent of the student body has been clearly evident. Whilst the main focus is the classroom, school spirit and camaraderie is what makes this college special. To all the boys who have received awards tonight, I congratulate you on your hard work and dedication throughout the year. Of equal importance, to the staff and volunteers who give up their time to ensure the students of St Brendan's are given the opportunity to express their gifts and talents. I humbly thank you. So to conclude, in the words of someone very dear to me, you stay classy, St Brendan's.
Thank you, Billy. Fletcher Kendall, our Vice Captain, will now perform for us a trombone solo entitled Fantasy for Trombone. This number was written by James Kernow, an American composer and teacher. Fletcher recently performed this particular piece for his Level 6 music examination. He'll be accompanied by Mr. Ingram on piano. Can you please make Fletcher welcome? Well done, Fletcher, and thank you, Jack. For the presentation of awards for Years 7 and 8, we invite to the stage Mr Jonathan Gill, Assistant Principal, Middle School.
The Years 7, 8, 9 and 10 awards are presented to those boys who have achieved either an Academic A or an Academic A+ for the Semester 1 reporting period or for the Term 3 reporting period. To attain an Academic A, the boys must achieve at least 2 to 3 A results, and for an Academic A+, a minimum of 4 A's from their range of subjects. In the case of the Year 7s, many of the boys have achieved in the vicinity of 5 to 6 A's, and some more. To assist with the presentation of the Year 7 awards, I ask Mr Peter Reddy, Head of Physical Education, and Mr Bjorn Prince, Head of Year 7, to come to the stage. The Year 7 Academic A awards go to the following boys: Sam Armstrong, Jet Ballard, Cooper Broadhurst, Seth Calling, Patrick Elliott, Thomas Gleeson, Kian Hickson, Jet Langham, Dominic Lomas, Fletcher Murphy, Landon Murray, Flynn Pollard, Harry Roth, Jacob Rutledge, Andre Salandanen, Austin Salter, Levi Sanderlands, James Scott, Eden Smith, Riley Wilshire, Haraba Wasamo, and Wraith Wren. Please put your hands together for the Academic A recipients. Thank you, boys. Receiving their certificates and vouchers for attaining an Academic A+ are Samuel Bent, Jacob Field, Elias Filicamo, Eli Harding, Murphy Holt, Kaylin Humphreys, Liam Johnson, Luke Moore, Patrick Slade, Anasta Tamwoy, Elijah Walker, Kalani Walsh, and Cruz Warner. Please congratulate our Academic A+ award winners. Stay there. From this group of boys on stage, the year... Stay there, boys, there's more to come. From this group of boys on stage, the Year 7 Dux is selected. To be eligible to receive the Dux award, the student has to be an Academic A+ winner, but also enrolled in all extension classes. From the list of extension classes, the students are allocated points for their overall position in the cohort. With 22 points and 3 A+ results in 5 of his core subjects, the Dux of Year 7 is Eli Harding. Thanks, boys. Luke. To assist with the presentation of the Year 8 awards are Mr. Robert Green, Head of Industrial Technology, and Ms. Tarina Bailey, Head of Science. Please welcome them to the stage. The Year 8 boys eligible for an Academic A award tonight are Jack Broadfoot, Cody Button, Bodie Davis, Lewis Fersman, Matthew Groves, Alexander Hoy, Jesse Hooper Lindsay, Jack Hindman, Joshua Laundry, Slater Lay, Jet Mannion, Jarvis Murray, Dominic Nezik, Kai Pambard, AJ Swan, Riley Tyndale Smith, Hendrikus Voigt, and Jermaine Wagana. Please show your appreciation for the efforts of the boys. The Year 8 boys receiving an academic A+ award are the following: Kaiden Ajasaka, Charlie Busby, Xavier Craigs, Sean Cumberledge, Isaac Dooley, Cameron Frankish, Isaac Green, and Jeremy Green. Hayden Harvey, Matthew Hay, Cooper Hoare, Samuel Hendry, Lachlan McLeod, Benjamin O'Brien, Kyle O'Donoghue, Alexander Rees, Jackson Smith, Lachlan Sweeney, and Vincent Wilson. Please congratulate all of our Year 8 Academic A+ award winners. The Ducks of Year 8, like the Ducks of Year 7, is selected from the eligible Academic A+ recipients. With that knowledge, can you please congratulate the 2018 Year 8 Ducks Ben O'Brien. Thank you, boys.
Our second musical item this evening is Percussion Ensemble. This ensemble received a Silver Award for their performance at the Queensland Catholic Music Festival. The performance is a mashup of songs, and the instruments played include xylophones, glockenspiels, vibraphones, djembes, dununs, and other percussion instruments. Both the djembe and the dunun are a form of African drum, which will provide the performance with a strong and lively beat. Can you please put your hands together for our percussion ensemble? presentation of the awards for the year 9-10, we invite to the stage Mrs Sue Waddell, College Leadership Team member and also our Head of Careers. Please make Sue feel welcome.
Assisting with the presentation of the Year 9 awards are Miss Leanne Handley, Head of Visual Art, and Miss Karen Doherty, Head of Year 9. Please make them welcome. The Year 9 Academic A Awards go to the following boys: Oliver Armstrong, Jack Billman, Ethan Bird, Jack Bowman, Tynan Donovan, Harrison Gray, James Jackson, Lincoln Johnson, Amos Korikoff, Ashton Mather, Herbert Moses, Matthew Ray, and Casey Smith. Let's acknowledge the Year 9 Academic A winners. The Year 9 Academic A+ winners are the next group to be called. The boys are Lachlan Brown with 3, Flynn Doherty, 5, Owen Fortier with 4, Clay Gleeson, 4, Xander Jacquet, 5, Jove Jenkins, 4, Bryn Jones, 5, Saxon Kona, 7, Jesse Laverty, 7, Augustus Manns, 7, Tom Orgel, 6, Lachlan Tompkins, 7, Kendrick Treadwell, 3, and Barangoy Young, 4. Please congratulate the Year 9 Academic A+ winners. Before the boys depart the stage, we need to announce the Year 9 Ducks. Like the Year 8 Ducks, this decision was extremely difficult because of the degree of competitiveness and talent amongst the group. In fact, 4 of the boys attained A results in all of their subjects at one of the reporting periods this year. Ultimately, however, the person with the best results across his range of subjects is Jesse Laverty. For our Year 10 Academic A Awards, our Head of Religion, Mr Brendan Scewthorpe, and Head of Mathematics, Mr Bill Grieve, will present the Academic A certificates and vouchers to the Year 10 students. Recipients from the Year 10 cohort are Peter Barry, Caleb Bartlett, Rubens Bartley, Henry Burden, Harrison Daly, Christopher Herning, Nicholas Herning, Bailey Howard, Victor Little, Jack Manns, Charlie Meacham, Levert Pearson, Lachlan Robinson, Kalani Singh, and Ethan Warren Farrell. Let's congratulate the Year 10 boys for their Academic A Awards. Our Academic A+ recipients are Jake Bagri with 4, Luke Cumberledge, 6, Harry Hersey with 7, William Holmes, 7, Kevin Keller, 7, Jacob Lothian Morgan, 4, Patrick McLaughlin, 4, Patrick Morley, 7, Cody Morrison, 7. Sebastian Nezik, 5. Jackson Omlid, 5. Luca Pearson, 4. Harry Shepherd, 6. Bodie Smith, 3. Lachlan Wall, 3. And Mitchell Yor, 6. Please congratulate the Academic A+ winners. All of the Year 10 Academic A+ winners are eligible for the title of Year 10 Ducks. Like the previous year levels, the competition between the boys has been tight. But in another extremely close contest, and for the 3rd consecutive year, the honour this evening goes to Kevin Keller.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Principal's report in his inaugural year of 2018, our College Principal, Mr Rob Corboy.
Okay, I'm going to start off by going off script a little bit here. I wanted to start off by acknowledging the music that's occurred so far. That percussion ensemble was just outstanding, and of course Fletch there with his music, and of course we don't normally applaud prayer, but our choir doing Let It Be was just quite moving. Can I get you to put your hands together for those who have performed so far? And Billy, I'm going to embarrass you. Could you stand up, my friend? Look, I just want to acknowledge Billy as school captain. To be a school captain at this great college, there's such a call on your time, and in regards to all the events that you've got to do, and one of the difficult things is to do the formal speeches, and you did a great job tonight, and I just want to commend you for that. But at the same time, I just want to acknowledge what you've been doing throughout the year. It was just this week where we had our showcase, and the way that you engaged Andre, one of our youngest students, was just something that was a highlight for me for that night. And I know you go about doing your thing as school captain in a very unassuming way, and doing that whole service leadership. So could everybody give Billy a wonderful round of applause? Mum and Dad, you should be very proud. Okay, so to begin, Father Matthew, Father James, Father Noel, Uncle Bob Muir, Mr Peter Chapman, distinguished guests, parents, staff, and most importantly, our students, a very warm welcome tonight. To begin, I too would like to pay my respect to our elders. As Indigenous and non-Indigenous people together, let us have a sense of the importance of the country upon which we are standing, where learning and ceremony has taken place over many thousands of years. Let us sense the land beneath our feet and acknowledge the traditional owners, the Darumble peoples, and pay our respect to their elders and all elders, past, present and emerging. For we too are one in land, one in spirit, one in faith, united in God's love. I feel very honoured to stand here before you today and speak on behalf of the college community and reflect on a wonderful year that we have had, to also thank those who have been instrumental in its success and to celebrate the outstanding academic, culture and community servant achievements of our students. To begin, as I look out from this lectern, before me is our college, much more than the wonderful facilities we currently enjoy. Everyone's here, all our staff, that is our teachers, our teacher aides, services, school officers, residential, as well as our representatives from the many advisory committees, Father Matthew and Father James from our Capricorn Coast Parish, our representative from REA, Mr. Peter Chapman, our families, and why all this exists, our students. So this is not just an educational institution, it's much more. It's a church, a community, and most importantly, it's a Brendan's family, to which we all belong. Arriving at the beginning of the year, I was looking forward to living and experiencing this Brendan's family. I had a sense of this when I arrived and visited last year, and it was this uplifting spirit that drew me to take on this role. In saying that, this sense of family spirit can be quite cliche. It's a term that schools banty around, especially boarding schools, to help define them as a caring environment. But it's one thing to have it as a statement on a glossy pamphlet, but to seeing it expressed every day in college life cannot be staged. It is this living of the Brendan's family that gives our community its authenticity. For example, I remember the day when we celebrated the Feast of Blessed Edmund Rice, which began with a whole school mass. It was very powerful and brought home to all present what a gift Edmund Rice's vision for education is to the world, and in particular our college. So sincere thank you to Father Matthew for one of the highlights of the year. This was then followed by one of our old boys, Rob Kaslik, who spoke about his experiences and being empowered by his time here at the college and being inspired to co-found the Too Good Company, a buy one, give one food business that sells soups and salads to corporate companies and then donates the one to the domestic violence shelters or a soup kitchen in Sydney. Motivated by Rob's message, we then as a whole community then donned our purple t-shirts and as one marched down to the foreshore here in Yeppoon, making a visual statement, not now, not ever. With a community of well over 600, it was really powerful. And as the biggest collective of young males on the Capricorn Coast standing up against domestic violence, it clearly demonstrated who we were and what we value here at St Brendan's. I'm constantly in awe of our students as they demonstrate time and time again meaningful examples of living the gospel messages, of being authentic to Blessed Edmund Rice's vision of social justice in action. So as parents and we as staff can be very proud of our young men today. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge another act of service, and I call to the stage Father Matthew and Amanda Mathers, our President of the PNF, if you could come forward please. In recognising the devastating drought that some of our families are currently facing and acknowledging the close relationships St Brendan's has with the bush, the PNF kindly has donated part of the gate takings from this year's rodeo to families who may be struggling out west. Bishop Michael and Father Matthew are about to embark on a road trip to these communities out west to hand over donations received from parishes across the diocese. This is our donation in support of this wonderful initiative. So please put your hands together. Thank you very much. Thanks, Father. I'm sure our entire community, staff, students and parents alike will attest to how swiftly time flies. One more year has been added to the pages of this great enterprise. We are living in times where the pace of events are fast indeed. So fast, in fact, that today's latest becomes tomorrow's obsolete. Life is a process of constant change and all healthy communities build for the future. In educating our youth, we can't afford to lose sight of the fact that we must teach them to grapple with the problems of their generation, their communities, their society and their world. Yesterday's solutions to today's problems won't suffice. The youth of today need to be readied for a future of opportunities. Young people who are strong and proud, who have a strong mind yet a gentle heart, who are thinkers, articulate and confident. At St Brendan's, we strive each and every day to achieve these goals. The students who are being presented tonight and our Year 12s who will be graduating in the coming days are testimony of these efforts. I'm extremely proud and honoured to be part of this community as we constantly challenge ourselves to be better. For our boys, we say it's not about being the best, it's about being better than what you were yesterday. And we celebrate effort, and we are all capable of improvement. Success is an individual measurement, an achievable goal for every single student who puts on the Brendan's uniform. So my hope for the young people receiving awards this evening is they will take the time to offer their thanks to their teachers and all those who have assisted them in and out of the classroom, and acknowledge their families for the support they've provided in developing their talents and helping them to make the best of their gifts. As Principal of St Brendan's, there are many people that I'd like to thank and acknowledge. First and foremost, I'd like to thank every member of our college staff, teaching and non-teaching, along with the residential staff who do a mighty job caring for our young people. Working in schools can be very busy and at times difficult, but it's also extremely rewarding. And it's wonderful to see the fruits of our work as they celebrate the accomplishments of our students this evening. I'd also like to thank all staff who take on extracurricular activities. They do this in an honorary and voluntary capacity, and without their generosity, our staff wouldn't be able to have the marvellous opportunities they have today. I'd also like to express my sincere gratitude to our college board, Chair Mr Cameron Wright, and the board members Carl Dendell, Mr Kim Laundry, Sandra Beggs, Peter Tompkins, Mark Boyd, and also acknowledge our departing board member who retired this year, Mr Mark Effany. Our college board is not a governance board. It operates on a shared wisdom model, and I thank them for their generosity of time and talents in making this special contribution to the college. To our P&F President Amanda Mather and the P&F Executive, as well as to the parents and friends of our college who contribute their time and talents towards building a positive community, promoting our school and providing resources and facilities that enable our students to flourish. Thank you. Our Finance Committee, including the Chair Sandra Beggs, as well as Mr Kim Laundry, the Chair of our Building Committee, and all its members, thank you. I'd also like to publicly acknowledge and the support of the following, whose contribution to the life of the college is very much appreciated. To Bishop Michael and the Diocese of Rockhampton, to the Capricorn Coast Parish under the leadership of Father Matthew, to the elders for their welcome to country, protection and continued support to educate all our youth, Indigenous and non-Indigenous together. To the Board of EREA, in a very special way to Peter Chapman, our Northern Regional Director. Your guidance, wisdom and passion for this college is greatly appreciated. Thanks, Peter. The Rockhampton Catholic Education Office, St Ursula's, Sacred Hearts and Benny's and their respective principals. Thank you to Catherine, Tim and Max for your support, guidance and wisdom this year. It's been greatly appreciated. To the Livingston Shire Council, in particular Mayor Bill Ludwig, Mr Nigel Hutton and Mrs Deborah Howe, and organisations such as Spotless, MOQ, QuatSIF, the Transition Support and the many, many local Yeppoon businesses who support us on a daily basis. A sincere thank you. And now to a snapshot of 2018 and beyond. The one thing I acknowledge and admire about this college is its enthusiasm to look over the horizon, to challenge itself to see how we could do things better. They say the greatest impediment to a great school is being comfortable at being a good school. I don't have a sense of this is the case here at St Brendan's as we continue to drive ourselves to new horizons. 2018 saw an increase in enrolments. We're predicting the number to continue to grow at a similar rate, if not more, for 2019. And as the half cohort finishes next year, we'll be on the road to well over 700. Our capital works program included the planning of the stage 2 of the hall, the refurbishment of CPAC, which should be online for the start of 2019. We had a major IT upgrade thanks to MOQ, and the lighting of the Oval will be going up over the holidays. We completed an external audit of boarding that saw improvements, including an after-hours reception. We're investigating at the moment the reintroduction to Wallace residents into our offerings. We also the introduction of a recreation officer into our community. And this year we welcome Catherine Borum, a well-known local artist who joined Leanne and Jodie in the arts department. And we advertised and appointed for 2019 a dedicated careers teacher and a director of rugby league. And there's so much more I could list here, and I apologise if I didn't mention you by name. And at the end of this speech, I'll conclude by showing you the 3D walkthrough of the Stage 2 upgrade of the hall for those who haven't seen it yet. But finally, my message is to the Year 12 seniors. In a couple of weeks, you'll be graduating, yet there's still plenty of work and exams to do, so don't lose sight of that. But enjoy your final days. Take the time to thank those who have made your journey special, and thank those who made this experience possible, your family. You're about to embark on the next exciting chapter of your lives, stepping up and stepping out to a future of endless possibilities. Embrace and trust the mystery, knowing that God will be walking in front, behind and beside you through every step you take. So thank you once again to our Brendan's community for making this year a great success, for being so warm and welcoming to me and all those who are new this year. God bless and enjoy the rest of the evening. So thank you. So this is the front of the hall looking out onto the Oval. So I'll talk you through for those who haven't seen it before. So you'll go up onto one of the three entrances to the area, onto a viewing platform with glass windows looking under that beautiful aspect. Coming around to another entrance up into the area above the hall. We'll then be breaking open into an archive area where we'll have the archives that currently exist in the library, and we'll be bringing it out so our guests, our visitors and our students and families will be able to look at our rich history and strong tradition. We'll then move into a boardroom / meeting room for visitors and guests and just the general operations of the school, looking over to that wonderful view, of course. We're then creating a space which will be multi-purpose, so we'll be using it as an exam room, meeting rooms, function rooms for groups, overlooking in an air-conditioned area over to our basketball court and hall where we're standing and sitting at the moment. Coming at the back, we'll have our access, disability access to the back. And because we're very proud of our art department and all the wonderful works that happen here, we're looking to create another opportunity to display a lot of the students' work. So you'll be coming into the back here, which will be multi-purposely used for art and the variety of opportunities that exist. Moving along a promenade where we'll hang all our honour boards and so forth along the walkway there back into the archive area. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Rob. To present the subject area awards to the Year 11 and 12 students, I ask Mr. Matthew Cooper, Assistant Principal, Senior School, to come to the lectern.
Unlike the Year 7 to 10 awards, the Year 11 and 12 awards are subject specific and are given to the boy who is ranked the highest in his subject at the end of Term 3. These positions are determined by the subject teacher and the heads of each department. To present the Year 11 awards, I invite Mr. Trevor Ganane, Head of Year 11, and Mrs. Kay Morley, Head of History and Geography, to come forward. Biology, Brent Anderson. Drama, Charlie Bean. Visual Art, Jared Blom. Certificate 2 in Automotive Vocational Preparation, Chemistry and Physics, Jessie Fowler. Physical Education, Isaac Garraway. Certificate 2 in Construction Pathways and Legal Studies, Mitchell Graving. Certificate 3 in Fitness, Colby Green. Religion and Ethics and Aquatic Practices, Curtis Holzheimer. Graphics, Blake Jarman. Certificate 2 in Furniture Making Pathways, Bailey Madsen. Certificate 2 in Tourism and Information Technology Systems, Jack Reardon. Instrumental Band, Liam Ross. English Communication and Certificate 2 in Engineering Pathways, Samuel Strofield. Study of Religion and Music, Macaulay Sweeney. Certificate 2 in Rural Operations, Tristan Cypher. Mathematics A and Music Theory and Performance, Darby Twydale. Mathematics B, Mathematics C and English, Jordan Wall. Can we please give all of our Year 11 Subject Award winners a round of applause? Of the boys remaining on stage, a large number of them are eligible for two very important awards. They are the Year 11 Vocational Education Student of the Year and the Year 11 Ducks. The Vet Student of the Year nominees are Curtis Holzheimer and Samuel Strofeld. Joining them for his performance in multiple vocational subjects and for an attainment of an academic A+ is Chase Demain Beale. Chase, come up on stage, mate. Can you please congratulate all of the nominees? Without further ado, the Year 11 Vocational Student of the Year is Samuel Strofeld. To the Year 11 Ducks, our nominees are, I'll get these boys to step forward if they wouldn't mind, Jessie Fowler, Mitchell Graving, Macaulay Sweeney, and Jordan Wall. Joining them as an academic A+ winner and eligible to receive the Year 11 Ducks is Mitchell Gregg. Mitchell's not here tonight. He's ill, sorry. Okay, the Year 11 Ducks for 2018 is... Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, Mitchell's actually ill. Mr. Horan just explained that to me then. Thanks, Paul. And his sisters have come along, and they're going to represent him here tonight. The Year 11 Ducks for 2018 is Jordan Wall. Can we once again please congratulate all of our award winners. Mr. Matthew Wilson, the head of English, and Mrs. Tracy Deasy, the head of Year 12, will present the senior boys with their subject awards. Certificate 2 in Rural Operations, Thomas Bowden. Certificate 3 in Christian Ministry, Paul Bressington. Visual Art, Billy Collins. Information Technology Systems, Cooper Dickinson. Certificate 2 in Tourism and Drama, Jared Gwynn. Certificate 1 in Construction, Certificate 2 in Engineering Pathways, Jaden Hill. Mathematics A, Certificate 2 in Automotive Vocational Preparation, and Certificate 2 in Furniture Making, Pathways, Steele Howard. Visual Arts and Practice, Moses Kadab. Chemistry, Mathematics B, Mathematics C, Physics, Religion and Ethics, and Information Processing Technology, Mason Lacey. English and Study of Religion, Riley Morrison. Geography and Music, Zachary Pottle. Physical Education, Certificate 3 in Fitness and Biological Science, Keegan Simpson. Aquatic Practices and Pre-Vocational Mathematics, Riley Sloan. Information Communication Technology, Nathan Steele. Music Theory and Performance, Ian Sturms. Graphics, Jamie Waugh. Can we please put our hands together for our Year 12 award winners? Okay, boys, we can lead off.
Our final musical item this evening is The Moment. This is a song by Kenny G, the world-renowned saxophone exponent. Song reached #1 on the American and Canadian Billboard charts. Tonight, The Moment will be played by Zachary Pottle, who's running around behind me somewhere because he just received an award, then had to go into the gym, and he's on his way back. Early tonight, Zach received his OP Music Subject Award, and he's a very talented musician. He'll be supported this evening by Mr. Jack Ingram on piano, Mr. Katafides on guitar, and Mr. Walker on bass. Can you please put your hands together for Zach? Well done and thank you, Zach. But I also might point out Mr Corboy's act of service leadership there when he dived up and helped Zach with the music. I was just wondering, we're actually going to start turning the pages there, Rob, and I thought, well, that would be very impressive. For the presentation of the special awards, the College Assistant Principal, Mr Shane Peers.
This part of the ceremony is devoted to recognising the College Special Awards. The Special Awards are diverse and given to boys for a range of purposes, including academic performance, loyalty, devotion to the college, general leadership, and for musical and cultural pursuits. Presenting the musical and cultural awards tonight will be Mr Joe and Mr Ryan Daly. The first of the music awards is for outstanding musical talent, and it is the Jack and Lorraine Ingram Prize for Musical Excellence. It goes to Fletcher Kendall. Also coming from the Ingram family is the Jack Ingram Senior Encouragement Award. In 2018, this award goes to Zachary Pottle. We would like to sincerely thank Mr Jack Ingram for the donation of $200 and $100 respectively for each of the Ingram Family Awards. The next music award is the Mason Family Award. It is a $250 cheque donated by Mrs. Cindy Noy, a previous college board chair. It is for a student whose passion for music will see for their passion for music will see it become a major part of his professional life in his future. The boy receiving the award this year is Jai Watson. Presented to a junior boy who has shown a love for music is the Connor Daly Encouragement Award. We would like to thank Mr Joe Daly for the $250 donation, and this award goes this year to Jay Smith. Unfortunately, Jay Smith is unable to be with us this evening. Unfortunately, Jay Smith is unable to be with us this evening. Thank you, gentlemen. A new addition to our Cultural Award in 2018 is the Colleen Scully Memorial Art Prize. Colleen was the larger-than-life wife of former Principal Mr Nick Scully. Colleen passed away in 2015, and in her honour and her love of art, Nick established this award. The artwork of 6 boys was shortlisted from across the year levels, and their work will be displayed on the screen as the boys come forward. From Year 7, Maxwell Woods. Year 8, Alexander Rees. Year 9, Tom Orgel. Year 9, Keegan Bailey. Year 11, Jared Blom. And Year 12, Billy Collins. And the winner of the $200 Colleen Scully Art Award, as selected by her son Lachlan Scully, is Billy Collins. Please acknowledge the efforts of all the boys in supporting the college music and artistic programs. Each year, AIM sponsors specific awards for our Indigenous students. To present the awards and cash prizes, I invite Sarah Bell and Stacey Chamberlain to the stage. The Quatsif Young Indigenous Leader of the Year, Caleb Young. An Indigenous student who has shone in the academic life of the college, Anasta Tamoy. An Indigenous student who has shone in the artistic or cultural life of the college, Sam Conway. Sam doesn't appear to be here this evening. While the boys are on stage, they would like to present the gifts to Mr. Peter Bartlett. So if Mr. Peter Bartlett could come forward, please. In recognition of all the work that the Indigenous Education faculty undertake. The gifts are painted emu eggs showing the totems of Mr. Bartlett's and Mrs. Pye's mob. The eggs have been painted by Kim Warcon, a local artist. The style of painting will be learnt by the Indigenous boys during their upcoming exam release block. Thank you. Thanks, gentlemen. Thank you. The next 4 awards recognise outstanding efforts in the physical sciences and in English. To present them, we have Megan Clyden from Icon Dental and from Central Queensland University, Dr. Aruna J.R. Serena. The first is for a junior student who has shown an aptitude for science and is donated by Icon Dental. In 2018, the Icon Dental Excellence in Science Award goes to Luke Cumberledge. Central Queensland University has for many years supported the college and donated certificates and cheques for excellence in mathematics, English and vocational education. The first of these is the Associate Vice-Chancellor Vetus Award. The $200 for this award goes to a student who has achieved in the field of automotive training. In 2018, that person is Steele Howard. The CQU Junior Mathematics Award and the $100 cheque is presented to Kyle O'Donoghue. The last, but by no means the least, of the CQU awards is for excellence in English. It goes to Saxon Kona. Please congratulate our Maths, Science, English and Vetus Award winners and the presenters for their contributions. Thanks, Emma. Thank you. The next awards were initiated by the Parents and Friends Association. They cover a number of categories including public speaking, service to the community, and for the boy who best represents the Edmund Rice ethos. Presenting them will be Miss Amanda Mather, the current Parents and Friends President. The Parents and Friends Award for Public Speaking, Fletcher Kendall. The Parents and Friends Award for Community Service specifically recognises respect, support and care for the fellow students and community members. In 2018, they go to Year 7, Wraith Wren. Doesn't appear, I've got a light in my eyes, so it doesn't appear that Wraith is here today. Year 8, Joshua Welsh. Oh, he's at cricket, apologies. Wraith Wren is away at cricket this evening. Oh, sorry, Josh Welsh. It's been a long day. Josh Welsh is away at cricket. Wraith Wren is not here. Year 10, we'll move on. Year 10, we'll get there. Patrick McLaughlin. And Year 9, Lachlan Tompkins. It's all out the window now. Year 11, Charlie Bean. And in Year 12, Anthony Wright. Lucas. Thank you, gentlemen. The Parents and Friends Spirit of Edmund Awards are for the boys who best display character, attitude and integrity. Awarded that title in 2018 are Year 7, Elijah Walker. In Year 8, Jeremy Green. Year 9, Barungai Young. In Year 10, Harry Shepherd. Year 11, Bill Gunning. Year 12, Riley Lucht. Please congratulate the P&F award winners. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks, boys. While Miss Mather is still on stage, we have a number of special awards that the P&F would like to present. They are for the efforts of two individuals who go above and beyond their roles in supporting the P&F and college activities. For their tireless work this year, the P&F would like to acknowledge Miss Kylie Hedges and Miss Bernice Boland. Collecting the gift on behalf of Miss Boland will be Mr. Peter Smith. Please put your hands together for Kylie and Peter. To present the academic, social and leadership awards can Father Matthew Maloney, Councillor Nigel Hutton, Mr. Paul Lancaster and Mr. Cameron Wright please come up. The Local Mayor Award for Community Service, Billy Collins. We would like to thank Councillor Hutton and the Livingston Shire for their donation of $250 for this award. The State Member for Keppel Junior Award for Service to the Community, Lachlan Brown. Likewise, thanks to Brittany Lauger for the $100 cheque that goes to Lachlan. The Federal Member for Capricornia Award for Loyalty and Service to the College, Steele Howard. Thanks to the Federal Member, Michelle Laundrie, for her $50 sponsorship of this award. The Brother Mark Murphy Memorial Award for determination to succeed through perseverance, Ethan Bowden. Thanks to our resident Christian brothers, Brother Keb Smith, Brother Stephen Grundy, and Brother Bill Tynan for their kind donation of a $100 cheque for the memorial prize that Ethan has just received. The Old Boys Memorial Award, Henry Dendell. The Old Boys Best All-Rounder Award, Keegan Simpson. Many thanks to Cameron Wright and the members of the St Brendan's College Foundation for their $200 donation for each award and for the fantastic job they perform. The Pierre D. Couperton Award, Patrick Doherty. The Bishop's Award for Christian Leadership, Caleb Bartlett. The College Chaplain Award for Exceptional Participation and Achievement, Fletcher Kendall. The Principal's Prize for an outstanding effort from a new student, Shannon Gray. The IMD Engineering Award for the best mathematics and physics student, Mason Lacey. Thanks to the Dunn family for their continued generosity in supporting the $250 award. The Edward Hutley Bursary for Excellence in Science, Zachary Paskin. The Edward Hutley Bursary is donated by the Yeppoon RSL. And while we have Peter Lancaster on stage, he will also present two other awards from the Australian Defence Forces. They are the Long Tan Awards. They are awarded on application basis to a student who exemplifies the Anzac spirit and come with bursaries of $250 and $500. The first of those, for a Year 10 student, goes to Jake Baggery. The Senior Long Tan Award goes to Lachlan Winston. Please congratulate our senior special award winners for 2018.
It almost brings us to the close of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, but for the final presentation, I would like Principal Corboy to come to the stage. The final two awards this evening are our most prestigious and certainly in terms of monetary value the most expensive. The recipients of each of these awards will receive a watch to the value of $300 and also a cheque to the value of $1,200. The awards are to the Year 12 Vocational Education Student of the Year and the Year 12 Ducks of the College. We envisage that the money that goes to the boys will be spent in the case of the Vocational Education student on tools and equipment, and in the case of the Ducks on tuition fees for university. The money for the cheques has come from a $50,000 bursary that was established in 2009, and that fund was donated by Mr Des Tabone, an old boy of the college who had a passion for engineering and the mechanical trades. Mr Corboy will present the trophy and the cheques to the winning boys. Firstly, the Vet Student of the Year. The nominees are Thomas Bowden, and I'll get you to hold your applause to the end, if you don't mind. Paul Bressington, Jaden Hill, Steele Howard, Riley Sloan, and Nathan Steele. And when they're not cutting their hands off in the engineering department, these boys generally do a very good job of all types of constructions. If you ever have the opportunity to go down to the manual arts department and see some of the work that these guys produce, it's quite phenomenal. But with A results in automotive vocational preparation, furniture making pathways, engineering pathways, mathematics A, and the Certificate 3 in fitness, the College Vocational Education Student of the Year is Steele Howard. Thank you, boys. (2018) College Ducks nominees: Patrick Bailey, Caleb Bird, Cooper Dickinson, Fletcher Kendall, Mason Lacey, Joshua Mather, Riley Morrison, Zachary Paskin, and Keegan Simpson. To be nominated for the Ducks, the boys had to be an academic A+ recipient, which meant from their range of 6 subjects, they had to receive in the vicinity of at least 4 A's. And with a VHA 10 in Mathematics B, Mathematics C, a VHA 9 in Physics, and with 6 individual subject awards, the 2018 Ducks is Mason Lacey. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together for all of our senior award winners. Okay. As you can imagine, to put together these events takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. They're extremely time-consuming for all involved and require a considerable amount of work. So before we conclude, and I know they may have been thanked already, but I'll ask you to put your hands together for a number of people. Firstly, not just yet, boys. Firstly, Mr. Aaron Jorgensen and his technical crew for the lighting and sound displays this evening. I've worked with Aaron for many, many years and know he's just incredibly methodical, incredibly precise with everything he does, but it wasn't until I went to a dance rehearsal with my daughter at the town hall recently, and I had a look at the lighting, scaffolding and their, the overhead sound systems and things that they had there. Well, in just that one rack up there, Aaron's got more equipment than what is actually located at the town hall. And over the last couple of weeks, Aaron has spent an inordinate amount of time putting up 2 lots of scaffolding, all the sound equipment, and to put this display together, and everything always runs seamlessly from their end. So Aaron, thank you very much this evening. Other people who spend an incredible amount of time working with our boys, Mr. Jack Ingram, Mr. Nick Catafides, Mr. Corey Owens and Mr. Darcy Walker. Their expertise in the musical performance area is outstanding, and I'd ask you to put your hands together for them, please. All of the certificates that the boys attain, the programs that we put together, the ordering of all the prizes, the collation of all the equipment that is used for this evening is pretty much done by one person, that's Deanne Emblem. Dee is the principal's PA. And for the small part of term 4, she effectively becomes my PA. I don't know what I would do without her. She does an incredible job. Can you please put your hands together for Dee? With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance and participation. I know your sons and your extended families appreciate you being here and recognising their work. Thank you. There are drinks still available if you'd like to join us in the canteen area, and it's been our pleasure having you here. Thank you again.